Hi everybody, it's Kirsty from Lifting Consciousness here. Hope you're all well wherever you are in the world. This is just a little podcast I'm doing today with one of my dear friends, Amy from Rainbow Healing Services. I will be referring to her as Amos because we are friends and that's just how it is. So just wanted to introduce Amy. If you want to say a little bit about yourself and what services you provide, and then we'll jump right into this topic we've got.
Yes, certainly. Thank you, Kirstos, because that's what I call you as well, not Kirsty, because that just sounds weird. As part of Rainbow Healing Services, I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I teach Reiki and also give Reiki healing treatments to people, both in person and remotely. I also do intuitive readings using a wide variety of cards and also a little bit of crystal healing as well. Thank you for inviting me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. So one of the topics that I thought, to kickstart these sessions almost, because I think there's lots of topics that we could probably cover over the course of however. And we always, as we both know, when we get together, we talk about things in depth anyway. But this question came up on one of my zodiac reading posts, and it's very, very good. So thank you to the person that actually did write it as a question, because it made me think, that would be worth kind of talking it out with someone, and who better to talk it out with but my best friend and someone who's also into spirituality and does all of the healing and holistic work. So the question is this: does free will override divine timing? Now, I thought this was very interesting because I don't feel it overrides it as such. I feel it can impact and inform divine timing because of shifts and based on choices. But I don't know if you've got anything that's just, desperate to get out of you when I say those words in terms of free will and divine timing, Amos.
Well, there is something, because my throat chakra's going, so that's always a sign that something needs to come out. I do agree with that view completely. I feel that it impacts completely. Shifts happen to the divine plan, if you like, but ultimately the divine plan is exactly that. The free will actions of another can absolutely shift the timeline, and even though time is just kind of an illusion in itself anyway, really, when we think about it, but it can never ultimately get in the way of somebody's destiny. If that's something they're destined to achieve, they will get there. And the best thing is not to perceive it as delays, because that can be a very difficult one sometimes, when we perceive that perhaps we've been held back due to the free will actions of another on our path. Yeah,
it can. Funny you said delays, because that was what was kind of etched into my mind, because that is something that's quite a common feeling or thought, isn't it? Of, I'm never going to achieve this, or what's happening, what's going on. And absolutely right, because when other people are involved in it, we can't control what they do or how they think. It's the trust element as well, isn't it? Which can be quite hard on this path, admittedly, at times. But yeah, free will. And of course, we've got free will. So we could choose. I'm not going to necessarily wait for this particular outcome, as in I'm not going to devote all of my time to it. I'm going to focus on myself and do what I need to do, and trusting that it's okay. And I know this can be easier said than done, and I'm sure people watching this probably nodding in agreement and feel the same on their own paths, that at times it's really frustrating. And of course, what's going on globally at the moment is impacting a lot of that, and it's almost like free will globally that's kind of out of our control in some ways.
100%.
So and I'd written down here, no choice is a bad choice.
No,
because sometimes I think we can be hard on ourselves, can't we, in this 3D reality of, why did I choose that? Why did I decide to do that? Because now it's impacted me. But actually we sometimes fail to recognize that is giving us a deeper insight into situation. It's topping up our wisdom bank, as I like to say, in the soul.
I like that. Yeah.
Good one, isn't it? We're topping up that knowledge, and the experiences are helping us. But at the time, we might not see it, because it's almost like, I'm on a bit of a detour here. But we're almost responsible for our choices as well as people are responsible for theirs. And it's that. Yes. I say hope. I don't want it to be all hopeful energy, but it's that kind of trust, I guess.
Yes.
That other individuals we're dealing with, certainly connections, are almost coming more into alignment. So ultimately, our choices, their choices are going to align at some point. But
of course,
that's where divine timing, I guess, comes in.
Yes, because what is meant for you is never going to pass you by. In fact, it's always going to come just at the perfect right time, particularly if it involves another person, for the perfect right time for both of you. And as you say, it completely with our own choices, you know, our free will impacts our own choices, doesn't it? So if we've set ourselves a goal, for example, you know, I'd like to write a book, for example, but we can procrastinate and not get it done.
Oh, we can. I'm gonna hold my hand.
I think we can both hold our hands up to that, you know, on occasion. But it's things like that, isn't it? But essentially, if that's part of your destined path, the nudges will always be there. The intuitive nudges will always be there to make you come back to that destiny. And it's how tuned in, as you say, and how in alignment you are with your intuition and with those nudges that you get from the universe and the signs that we all get if we care to listen and pay attention.
Yeah, that's what it is. They are there when you're open to it. They're certainly, absolutely. And I'd also written down, I mean, about the shift aspect, because of course, yes, we could make a choice that maybe isn't fully aligned with what our soul's telling us, and maybe we don't realize because fear might get in the way or something. So we make a choice, and then the universe almost has to shift around that, because okay, we've made a slight detour, the universe has got its work cut out now behind the scenes. So there is that appreciation of all the behind the scenes work, and with our angels and our guides, whoever everybody identifies with in that respect. But you know, knowing that the support is there, but our choices can definitely impact and inform divine timing. That was the thing. But final point, I guess, is kind of tower moments. So those of you familiar with tarot know about the tarot card, and a lot of people can be scared when they get that in a reading, but actually it's nothing to be fearful of, is it? Because it allows for rebirth.
Let go and let God.
Yes, definitely. And I know it's depicted differently in different decks, etc. Lightseer's tarot, which I use, has got this beautiful sort of, it's nature, this tower of nature really, and it's got the animals and it's got butterflies, so very powerful depiction of transformation. And I think sometimes we need to have those tower moments in our life, and it could be through choices that we make, or it could be choices that are made for us, but for it's good really, to bring us back into alignment with what needs to be. So very, very interesting. And I know we can obviously talk at length.
We can
about this, but these little kind of podcast sessions are just designed to be a bite-sized sort of insight into something. And then feel free, those of you watching, you know, to like and comment below, and if there's any other kind of questions that come up as a result of listening to us and what we're saying, or any clarity, we can obviously look at those. But is there anything else you want to say on that, Amos, about free will and divine timing?
Yeah, essentially, but I think we've covered it off, you know, quite well in the time available, really. But completely agree with you about the tower moments, isn't it? It's just, I think everything on our path is an opportunity, and it's always best to try and frame things in a positive way rather than kind of in a negative way. So, okay, I've been presented with this problem or with this tower moment. The tower is going to fall. I'm probably best off just letting it fall, because that's better for my highest good and to get to align me with where I'm meant to be. So it's absolutely, and I know you're the same in your readings, it's how you put that across. If somebody sees that tower of they perceive as doom, it's like, no, it's a good thing, it's a really good thing. It needs to happen to create those shifts to get you to where you need to be. So
absolutely. And it comes after the devil card, which is almost moving toxicity, etc. And then the one that follows it is the star, which is that fresh, renewed hope. So it's extremely positive, to just obviously bear that in mind. But, you know, the universe will give us pointers via our soul, via our intuition. If we refuse to kind of almost accept that within ourselves, because we might be blinkered, there might be fear, there might be doubt, whatever's going on, there might be external things going on, then the universe can only remind us so many times before the tower has to fall. But on the flip side, of course, we've got it within us to actually make the tower fall ourselves and to allow that rebirth to happen.
Yes.
So it's powerful, because we are all powerful creators that can manifest the reality we desire at the end of the day. So
100%. Yes, we are.
Yeah, great. So that's great. We're going to obviously record another session on a different topic, so look out for that. Those of you watching, thanks for stopping by. Please like, share and subscribe to get the word out into the collective. It's all about spreading love, light and positivity into the collective, especially at this moment in time. So Amos, where can people find you if they want to get in touch with you in terms of your Reiki or your readings or your crystal healings? How can they find you on social media, etc.?
Yeah, so I've got a Facebook page, Rainbow Healing Services, also on Instagram at Rainbow Healing Services, and my website, rainbowhealingservices.com. Thank you.
Fabulous. So spreading the joy of the rainbow and the colour. So there you go. So you know where to get in touch with Amy if you've got any. That felt weird saying Amy, by the way, but yeah, if you get in touch with Amy at Rainbow Healing Services. And just a reminder, actually, because I've got a rainbow here.
Amazing.
So synchronicities there as well. But definitely align with yourself and just trust that choices can be made for your highest good and for the highest good by setting those intentions, and divine timing will always play out in the way it's meant to and when it's meant to, isn't it?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Keep
Lovely.
trusting. Follow your heart.
Follow your heart, absolutely. Yeah. And it makes me think of actually in another way, the judgment card, because that's kind of, okay, making a judgment call for yourself, but aligning with yourself to do that and allowing that rebirth. Yeah. So definitely. So thank you so much.
Really. Thank you.
On this session. We'll catch up on the other session, but for now, thanks everybody for watching, and we send you love, light and blessings.
We do. Thank you.